What's going to be a problem 20 years from now that people are choosing to ignore? Growing wealth inequality. The middle class is dying out and soon normal people can't afford to buy houses, for example. We'll own nothing and work ourselves to death just to afford the essentials. Growing wealth inequality. The middle class is dying out and soon normal people can't afford to buy houses, for example. We'll own nothing and work ourselves to death just to afford the essentials. ChatGPT and its successors. From cybercode to misinformation, the list is endless. The worst part is that it will all sound logical and scientific. We're toast. Here is just one source. There are many ringing alarm bells. Saying being obese is okay. It's not. Being obese is bad for your health. Normalizing being obese will have a detrimental impact on humanity. People need to eat healthy and exercise. Sadly, people abuse obese people. Abusing someone for their weight is patently wrong. Abuse is wrong. The correct education will make a massive difference. We eat too much junk food and don't exercise enough. You don't need to cut out fat, sugar, and salt completely from your diet in the same way you don't need to go to a gym and look like The Rock to be healthy. Just being less sedentary will help. People are just not as active as in the past. P videos, it already F up a lot of young people including me. P videos ruined my previous relationship. He watched P videos and F himself 4 times a day, minimum. Asked why I couldn't do the things the girls online do, told him he was addicted to P videos, and he called me insecure. Population growth freaks me out. Seems directly tied to many potential problems, and not much is ever said about it. The scarcity of fresh water. Here in Arizona, we're seeing cities lose access to water. You can only take so much from the ground until it's gone. Other cities refuse to share. Whole neighborhoods will be vacated or supplied with illegally obtained water. Giving toddlers and young children unlimited screen time. Medical professionals have been warning about this for years. It's completely changed how they gain knowledge already. 6-second TikToks completely destroy the ability to focus on a task, and it reverberates everywhere. Imagine the economic divide that will exist between those that are able to develop meaningful attention spans and those that cannot. Most higher-paying jobs will require attention spans, so I can only imagine those that can't go beyond 6 clips aren't going to fare very well in the job market as adults. Maybe I'm wrong, and I have zero evidence for this, but I just wonder if we're going to see financial downstream effects. Maybe the market will change to suit them, and it won't matter, but it could be scary. An overrun social services system here in Canada, most notably a complete and utter failure of the healthcare system. Healthcare is a big problem that needs to be fixed in Canada. One fix can be fast-tracking immigrants that have healthcare experience in their countries and pay them a living wage so they don't leave for the US. I think with increased immigration that we are expecting, I believe social services will hold up as long as we get enough young-aged people paying into them. Canada is still a very desirable country to live in, due to all the pros. But even young immigrants will decline, and I can see us starting to run into problems by 2060, because even Nigeria's birth rates will begin to decline around that time. Climate change. It's easy to ignore from one year to the next, but things have already changed in the past 20 years, and the trajectory seems to be accelerating. Interestingly, people already care, they just don't know what to do/feel like they are alone. But the truth is, a record number of us are alarmed about climate change, and more are contacting Congress regularly. What's more, is this type of lobbying is starting to pay off. That's why NASA climatologist and climate activist Dr. James Hansen recommends becoming an active volunteer with this group as the most important thing an individual can do on climate change.